This week, I'm going to walk you through a very special spell to prepare you for next week's new moon in Aries. I'll walk you through all of my suggested tools and methods and everything you need to have a very potent and empowered working. Hello everybody, it's Liza, otherwise known in other parts of the internet as Crow Mother. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you get these videos every week. Like this video and share it far and wide. Yay! Make sure you stay tuned towards the end of the video. I will put here on the screen a full list of suggested tools or ingredients for this spell. At this point, we have a very, very savvy community of persons, magical persons at that. I think that combining the fact that we are all quite savvy magical workers with all of the thematic messages that I've gotten in the last 60 to 90 days, which are more or less something to the effect of, where are you rushing off to? It's not that the new moon in Aries, which is coming depending on your time zone around the 11th or 12th of this month, April. It's not that there isn't immense possibility to be had to launch out, to grow, to develop within the new moon in Aries. I just don't believe at this point, especially after the culmination of this year and all of the people I've had the great fortune to talk to in readings and in virtual circles, I'm just gathering that maybe we could use a little extra support. I would like to assume that you all are, like I said, quite savvy and already very empowered. And so as your facilitator, as your community witch, one of the many community witch, how lucky are you to have so many? I, in prayer and meditation, asked myself, how could I best be of service to you? The actual directive I was given from Spirit was to offer you something in the workings of clarity and strength. I'm assuming that you already have an idea of what you might like to see grow and develop for this particular new moon in Aries. Why this particular new moon? We've had a hell of a year, huh? Maybe you're ready for some change. Maybe you're ready for some more growth and expansion. Maybe you're just ready to get the hell out of the house and be with your communities again as safely as is possible. Maybe you're chomping at the bit to allow you to more fully or most fully step into the capability that I believe you already have within you. I'm going to offer you something for strength. And to help sharpen your dial just a little bit, because again, I'm assuming that you already kind of at least have some idea what you'd like to see unfold. We're going to add to that strength clarity. Between the qualities of strength and clarity and your own innate power and sight and motivation and innate intelligence for what you need, I think this is a very, very, very powerful combination for you. I have this faith that you on the individual level and us as community are plowing, pushing forward at incredible speeds. I don't think that to some degree there is much choice but to exist in power. We are in Aries season, and at the time of this video, there will be, the sun will be in Aries. By the time you see this, the moon is actually about to be in Aries. Venus is in Aries. Mercury is in Aries. We also have Eris and Ceres and Chiron in Aries. So we are swimming in this primordial soup of power. I don't know about you, but a little courage, strength, and clarity is right on time. So let's talk about some of the tools that we're going to use for this particular spell. Before I dive fully into that, I want to make an important note, and if you know me at all, you know that I'm going to remind you of this note towards the end. Speaking of the end of this video. Make sure you stay tuned. Towards the end of the video, I will put here on the screen a full list of suggested tools or ingredients for this spell. But before we get into all of that, I wanted to make a quick note on the timing of this and one of the agendas that we're going to have around here. We are building, we are growing. Not only at the time of this video are we not quite yet at the new moon in Aries. So by the time you and I commune together, we are really massaging, nursing, incubating, and allowing to grow with our care, our intention, and our attention, equaling the manifestation that we so desire. By the time you get to this new moon, you will likely add to this whatever workings you are in the mood for or in need of for the new moon in Aries. Some of the stuff we're going to do here, I am going to suggest that you really allow to sit on your altar or on your place of reverence until April's full moon in Scorpio, which is, of course, a couple weeks after this. Ultimately, we are building, growing, strengthening, and adding sight to that which we release towards the end of the month with the full moon in Scorpio. What a combination! The new moon in Aries. So the moon will be in Aries. The sun will be in Aries. Venus, Mercury, Eris, Ceres, and Chiron all in Aries for most of the month. And then the great release through Scorpio. You don't need me to give you any extra power or forward vision or motivation. I think you need me to give you some oomph of courage and a little bit of clarity or sight. So let's get into it. You can use larger candles if you like, but I have here, for the sake of our time on video, and also bearing in mind that some people don't have access to large spaces or long lengths of time to leave fixed candles burning for a spell. So I have, for your example, some smaller altar candles that we will dress very quickly in an anointing oil. But you are, of course, welcome and encouraged to use 7-day fixed candles or 3-4-day candles, whatever it is you feel most appropriate for your particular brand of magic. So you're going to have 4 white candles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 white candles to cordon off and protect the energy and workings of the additional 2 candles. We are going to then also use a red candle. And again, these are small altar candles that I have for your example, but you are more than welcome, also encouraged to try out a 3-4 or a 7-day fixed candle for this. And a red candle for strength and courage, and then strength. And then finally, we have a blue candle. I have a soothing, because you know there are many shades that you could use. I've chosen a light and airy, soothing blue for clarity. Not a jarring, sharp clarity, but a gentle leading into clarity for you. Dressing these particular candles, I have a few oil suggestions. Once again, you know how I feel about practical magic, practical or folk magic. You use what you have best access to, and if it requires you overstretching that which is doable, just use what you have. Let's just start with your red candle for strength and courage. This is, I hope it goes without saying that before you really get into any of your formal workings, that you have closed your circle, you have paid tribute to and asked permission to spirits, angels, ascended masters, or ancestors. You have called in the spirits from all directions, of course. So make sure that your circle is closed. For my red candle, drawing in strength, I am actually going to use a combination of pine oil. 1, 2, 3. And valor. This was given to me by my favorite Aunt Witch. 1, 2, 3. Does it matter how many drops you have? That part matters to me. There is significance in all things. I like to do this with my hands. First, I go from the middle, going up, and then I go from the middle, drawing downward. Please bind. And I'm pausing right now because I am being reminded swiftly from Spirit to remind you that as you dress these candles with whatever oil, be it pine, valor, or anything else, that you are very focused on your workings. So 3 drops of whatever oil you choose. If you want to build from all angles, start from the middle. Again, go upward, go from the middle and draw to you. I am going to do the rest of this candle entirely pointing towards me or drawing it towards me. Again, I am petitioning for courage and strength. If you like, you can also bind or wrap this candle in a supportive and supplementary herb. That is up to you. I will make another video for candle dressing. We'll do a whole separate discussion for that. But for today, I'm keeping it simple because I don't think you need further complication. I don't think you need further instruction. This is just a supportive suggestion. For my blue candle, I'm asking for clarity. I am petitioning, I am asking this candle to assist me with clarity. Soft, gentle, leading clarity. And for that, I am going to suggest clary sage. 3 drops of clary sage. 2, 3. 3 drops of clary sage. Draw up and out from the middle and then down and towards. I am going to go entirely down and towards me. I am seeing this candle burning down, and the closer it gets to its bottom, the further I enter into soft states of clarity. Gentle, leading clarification. I am going to also prepare a special incense for this. You do not have to prepare your own, but if you have anything at your disposal in your kitchen, why not? Now for the smoking and smudging part, I have decided to make my own incense. You do not have to do that. But if you have anything in your pantry, in your magical toolkit at your disposal, why not? The more you can get your hands in each and every part of your magical workings, in your spell work, in your spiritual practice, the better, in my opinion. So for this, and because I like to do the most, I decided to make my own. And for that, I will give you my short ingredients list. From here into my mortar and pestle, I have added about a half a stick of cinnamon. That is a bitch to break up, but it is worth it. Smells really great, and it is incredibly helpful for abundance and prosperity. I have added a few stones of copal because the spirits in my house like that a lot. I have added a little bit of iris sea moss and a little bit of ethically harvested sage. A note really quick on plant medicines to any degree in your life, especially when you are doing workings. Everything that you work with, everything that you petition to assist you should always be ethically and sustainably harvested, and it should be fair trade if at all possible. Another video about that another time, but everything that touches your magic touches you. Remember that. I got these from Flower Power in New York when I still lived there. I love them very much. They are incredibly generous and powerful witches there. So into my mortar and pestle, I have added all of those ingredients. Again, I will put those in the ingredients list at the end. And I have ground this not to a super fine pulp. My personal preference is one of kind of a chunky burn. You use whatever makes you feel most in tune and most powerful. Another suggestion I could offer you that I am not particularly into at the moment, dragon's blood is incredible for invoking courage and strength, especially around Mars workings. You could use dragon's blood or anything else. Like a pine resin would be also very nice too. The way that I have made this particular burnable or smudge will be to use it on a charcoal disc like so. And I put a generous amount in this charcoal disc like so. Or as the divine Miss Tabitha Brown says, like so, like that. The stones that I suggest you use for this, why use stones really quickly? If you have smoke and smudge, especially a smoke or smudge that you've made with your own hands, it's easier than a lot of people think, by the way. If you have anointed candles, if you have a smudge or burnable that you've made, why do I need stones? In my opinion, stones will create a grid that will help carry your petition much, much, much further. Why not throw everything you got at this, right? We are again petitioning for strength and clarity and support, quite frankly, support through this very, very powerful time. I have 2 stones that I'm working with, creating a small grid. I have this big anchoring stone of carnelian for strength and courage. And I have a very, very, very small but luminescent piece of tiger's eye. Sort of a one-off, but I feel that it's all that I need for clarity and abundance. The final piece of this that I'm going to suggest to you are bay leaves. I know that most of you have likely seen people write things on bay leaves that they are wishing to dispel of, that they are wishing to shed away, or that they're wishing to call into them. And that is no exception here. But this is the part that I am going to suggest or ask that you sort of allow to bide its time. I have 1, 2, 3 bay leaves here. I am going to write. If you have a pencil, all the better. I don't want you to rush into this. Again, I know that Aries is powerful. It is quick. It is especially as inundated with Aries energy as we are. To the good. As inundated with Aries energy as we are going to take our control back. We are going to command the space of our own pace. We are going to be binded with courage and clarity. And through that courage, through that clarity, we are going to command the space of our pace. On your 3 bay leaves, you are going to write all that you wish, or pick 3 things that you wish to grow and make fat and juicy, fertile and fecund, alive with fire throughout the rest of this lunation. You're going to keep these charged around your crystal grid, initially charged by the candles that you will eventually light, and charged with the stones. Allow these 3 pieces on bay leaves to be charged through the rest of the lunation. And on the full moon in Scorpio, you are going to burn them, knowing you have given everything you've got to allowing this to grow. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I would suggest you lay out your tools for this work. Of course, taking into consideration, I'm assuming that before you actually do this, you will have called into all the directions and done anything else in your practice to ensure that your circle is closed. So that said, you have your anointed candles. I make my offering of smoke. I'm also going to add a broom because I am petitioning Hecate for this. The goddess Hecate gives me courage and strength. She opens all roads. She is a powerful, powerful, powerful goddess to call on for just this thing. So I'm going to place a broom there in significance for this. If you have any broom nearby, just have it nearby. Your white candles will go at the 4 corners, of course. Adding in a little more as we go. So you have your white candles at your 4 corners. I am leading to the front with clarity. Behind it, I am petitioning for strength and courage. Before I go forth in any venture, I seek clarity. Each of these will go in the center. You will have written that which you wish to grow, expand. You will have written this there. Underneath the most large of the carnelian, the fattest, juiciest stone, will go the bay leaf in the middle. I'm going to add another carnelian to the other 2. And for added measure, a very, very, very important note about this. No matter what you do in any part of this spell or working, it is wildly important that you remain solely focused on that which you are petitioning your goddess, your gods, your spirits, the angels, anyone you work with, God, it doesn't matter. It is wildly important that you remain very focused on that which you are wishing to call in for this specifically. Again, clarity and courage. So here, I couldn't find my matches for our time together, but I'm using this. My suggestion for you is that you work with wooden matches. My further suggestion in terms of alchemic tools is that you write your petition on your bay leaves with a pencil. I allow one flame to ignite the other. Spirits. Some people have the significance of white candles tied to different things. Spirits, angels, ascended masters of truth and healing, and finally, benevolent ancestors. If your candles are a bit leany, what we gotta do is light the bottom and firmly stick this in. Make the time once your candles are lit to focus on the flames you have ignited. As these flames go down, specifically that which you're using for clarity and for courage, really, really, really give everything you got to seeing these things full bloom within your life. Really, really, really make the time to sit with these candles, to watch your energy imbue the flame, watch the flame give you the exchange of that which you are petitioning them for. As the flames grow higher, as the candles burn lower, I can feel the energy from this fire filling me up with all that I need, clarity and strength and courage to fully step into the breadth, the depth, and the sheer power of the new moon in Aries. Again, this is not a spell for the new moon in Aries. This is just a little helpful push to help you step in to everything you need for this time. Blessed spirits, spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters of truth and healing, bind me with strength. Bind me with courage. Bind me with soft, assured clarity. May my life and all that it comprises be infused with everything I need to harness the energy of this season. Spirits, angels, masters, ancestors, bind me with courage. Spirits, angels, masters, ancestors, bind me with clarity. See these petitions grow and grow and grow and grow so that they fill up each space that my energy touches. May it be all of this or better. And so it is.